Good morning, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Behind the Mic with me, Mike Avery, here in the Outdoor Magazine radio studio. And as always, glad to have you along with us on this Wednesday morning, a foggy Wednesday morning. At least in my part of the world, it is a foggy Wednesday morning as I get ready to record this week's Outdoor Magazine radio show. I will tell you who's coming up on the show here in just a little bit as I screw around with my different cameras this morning. Hey, Craig, good morning. How are you? Got your email, responded in a text. Thank you. Bruce, how are you? Cliff, good morning. Randy, hey, Johnny, plowing snow again. Captain Jim, how are you? Johnny's making overtime, plowing all that snow up there. In the Yoop, hey, Pat, thanks for joining us over on YouTube this morning. Appreciate you being along with us. My name is Mike Avery, and I'm here in the Outdoor Magazine studio to record this week's Outdoor Magazine radio show. Again, the weather. Hey, Justin, how are things over at MUCC, MUCC.org? Always a pleasure to have you along with us. Justin, I was talking to Nick. The concept of a Mike Avery Outdoors golf outing has come up, and a lot of the folks on here have jumped on board with that. I talked to Nick about maybe if we do it, if it's a fundraiser for MUCC's Camp for Kids. Sad winter for overtime. Hey, Brent, good morning. How are you? Look forward to seeing you and Tracy at our Trinity Monitor Wild Game Dinner coming up here in a few weeks. You can get tickets by going to one.bidpal.net, one.bidpal.net/Trinity Monitor. We still have some tickets available, but they are selling fast. And for good reason. It's a great event. It does sound like a bunch of fun. The question is, can we put it all together? I've got a couple of courses in the West Branch area. Yes, golf outing. A couple of courses in the West Branch area. Hey, Jeremy, how are you? Who want to get involved? They just want to know how many people, some details, potential dates. It would have to be August. But then I was thinking about this. I'm going bear hunting in Canada in August. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out or not. But the concept has been, the trial balloon has been floated. Justin says cigars, beer, and golf. I'll be there. And that's exactly what it is. Cigars, beer, maybe a little Maker's Mark, and golf to raise money for Camp for Kids. I don't see a downside to it, except that the fact that these things are, there's a lot involved in putting them together. And I said, I'm not going to do it, but we have a bunch of people who have volunteered. So I don't know, 50-50 at this point. If we do it, it looks like it'll probably be in the West Branch area, maybe the West Branch Country Club. I think it's okay. Johnny says, if the winter keeps going like this, it'll be following the wolves for sure. The deer have had it easy so far. Lots of moving parts. Sounds like a great job for Steve. Steve, you're Steve? We'll put it together on our end. You guys will just you'll just enjoy the benefits. Well, maybe Steve could put it together. Jerry says, good morning, Mike. There's ice in the Adirondacks. Nothing in July. Well, maybe end of July for the golf outing. Maybe, Craig. Maybe. Yeah. Certainly not early June. Certainly not early July. Maybe end of July. Yeah. Steve, Wyndham. All right, here we go. Uncle Johnny, John Craves. Good morning, Uncle Johnny. Today is John Craves' birthday. John is my brother-in-law. He is the best brother-in-law a guy could ask for. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Uncle Johnny. Happy birthday to... Yes, I'm singing happy birthday to my brother-in-law. Thank you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Johnny. Steve Wyndham, okay. You know what? If Steve wants to put it together, that'd be great. I can't imagine any golf course that bans smoking cigars is not a golf course that I'm going to frequent. Johnny Bowler says, happy birthday, Uncle Johnny. Craig says, happy birthday, Johnny. Good morning, Martin. Brent says, happy birthday, Uncle Johnny. We are clapping here also. Johnny is 47 years old today. He wishes he was 47 years old today. Ken says, good morning and happy birthday, Uncle Johnny. Daryl, good morning. How are you? There's Kevin. He says, we're good with cigars. Kevin Hannis is the guy who I've been talking with about having this in West Branch, at the West Branch Country Club. Kevin needs some information from me, like how many people, some details, and window on dates. I'm working on it, Kevin. Yeah, if we could assign this all to Steve Wyndham over at MUCC, I could really jump on board. But we're working on it, Kevin. I really like the idea. A lot of people like the idea. Appreciate you wanting to work with us, Kevin. Good morning, Mike. How are you? John says he wishes he was 47. This is crazy. When we had Greenway Outdoors on last week, and he talked about a feral cow hunt in Hawaii. Man, that sounds cool. Tommy, good morning. All right, Justin, that sounds good. Ken says they're getting walleye on Lake St. Clair. Good morning, Jason. Jim checking in from Hersey. How are you? Good morning, Jim. Always a pleasure to have you along with us. Hey, Dan. I understand you're going to be at our Trinity dinner. I look forward to seeing you there. I was talking to Craig. I will give a fishing trip for your Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation fundraiser. That's the least I can do for everything you guys have done for me. All right, Johnny. See you tonight, buddy. Yeah. So this live stream will actually go down in history as a live stream that I sang at. This is a couple of years ago now, I threw out the first pitch at a Loons game, and then for the 7th inning stretch, I sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and I was up in the stands and they had a camera on it, and I can't sing. Weather can't be good for the ice fishermen. Please be careful out there. Yeah, well, Saget. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to catch a walleye bad enough to go out on the ice of Saginaw Bay this year. Now, I'm not saying ice is never safe. Of course it is. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of fishermen on the Saginaw River right now. But the current's got to be ripping underneath that ice. I'm just not an ice fisherman. I love Saginaw Bay. You were at that Loons game, Craig? Didn't I do a great job? Not as nice as my rendition of Happy Birthday to Uncle Johnny. Rich, can the DNR overrule the local county parks when it comes to hunting deer with archery? That's an interesting question. I don't believe so. I think the local hunt has to be within the DNR guidelines. That's a very interesting question, Rich. That is a very interesting question. That sounds like Justin says he doesn't think so. That sounds like an Ask Avery question. Justin would know, though. He's the policy guy at WCC. Tim said it would be cool just to go harvest a few dollars worth of feral beef. Local 600 checking in. Jeff, good morning. How are you? Justin again says he doesn't think so. Hey, Randy, how are you? Randy, are you a golfer? Did we talk about this last week, Randy? If we have a Mike Avery Outdoors golf outing, are you in? I think you said yes. Kevin, good morning. How are you? Okay, Justin, MUCC says, I'd have to have more context, but unless it required a special DNR permits, I don't know how they could. All right, Randy, sounds good. Justin's becoming one of my main guys here. He's the policy guy at MUCC, mucc.org. Sign up to become an MUCC member. Money well spent. I think it's like $35 a year. Crazy, huh? Speaking of membership, if you are a member, you watching right now are a member in a Michigan-based conservation, sportsman, or fishing group, I would encourage you to get that group behind the proposal to get an extra rod license. It allow you to run 3 more rods. I'm all in favor of it. Derek says my dad said his ice fishing was fishing a couple of ice cubes out of a freezer for his drink. That's about where I'm at right now. I know a lot of people love it. I know it's a lot of fun. I know it's very productive. It's just not for me. Good morning, Deb. How are you? All right, let me tell you who's coming up on this week's Outdoor Magazine radio show, which is the reason I'm here in the studio. Hey, good morning, Cap. Jason Graham sending charters out of Linwood Beach Marina, linwoodbeachmarina.com. Jason, you're a perfect person to check in with us right now. I know ice conditions on Saginaw Bay can change dramatically day to day. Are there guys out on the ice right now? I know they're on the river. Are they on the bay? Is that proposal up for a vote at this year's convention? I don't know. I hope so. I would push for it. I don't know. That's a good question. Chad, finally winterized the boat, put it away. It was nice to be on soft water for so long. Well, you got your money's worth out of the boat this year, didn't you, Chad? No, we didn't win the Pure Michigan Hunt, but I have one of the Pure Michigan Hunt winners on the show this week. Coming up on this week's Outdoor Magazine radio show, I'm checking in with a guy that I have had some correspondence with. His name is Jordan Hoover. He's a UP hunter, and I kind of like the way he looks at things. I'm going to have Jordan on to get the perspective of a guy who's who is a hardcore UP hunter, from the perspective from a hunter's perspective. Then Jay Woldersky, Sturgeon for Tomorrow, talks about the upcoming, love my photos, that's weird. It's not weird, I didn't mean to say that. Hi, Scott. Elisa, how are you? The upcoming Sturgeon Shivaree. And then the last guest in the first hour this week, Billy Wineland. Billy was one of the 3 winners of the Pure Michigan Hunt, and he almost didn't apply. He applied at the last minute. He almost forgot. He applied December 31st, and he won. Okay, Jason says, Scott says, looks like winter's over. Jason, Captain Jason Graham, send it charters, Linwood Beach Marina, linwoodbeachmarina.com, says, yes, the guys are fishing the shore ice, and in the marina, there is a large open water spot right now out in front of the marina. I'm afraid, my friends, it might not be much of a winter for ice fishing on Saginaw Bay again. Randy, how are you? Thank you for that, Cap. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Okay. Hour number 2, the Whitetail Whisperer, John Eberhart. Got to change this. I had somebody else scheduled. John Eberhart. Then Corporal Mike Hearn of the DNR talks about snowmobiling. Can you run a quad? Can you run an ORV on a licensed or a groomed snowmobile trail? Okay. Scott says, good morning. Brian, good morning. How are you? Justin says he's about ready for winter to be over. For winter to be over the minute deer season. I'm done with it. I've had enough. Let's move on. In our third hour, Skeeter Beckman of Brenton USA Hunting Rifles talks about predator hunting, coyote hunting. And then, of course, we wrap it all up with wild game chef extraordinaire Dixie Dave Miter. Daryl says, not here, you can't. No, you cannot bring an AR-style rifle. Good point, Daryl. By the way, if you're looking for a wolf hunt, a high-percentage wolf hunt, Daryl Godden in White River, Ontario is your guy. But you can't take an AR-style rifle into Canada to hunt wolves or bear or anything else. They don't want your AR-style rifle because they consider it an assault rifle. Now, what do we know here? We know that an assault rifle is only an assault rifle if you are committing assault with the rifle. The rifle itself can't do anything. But Daryl reminds us, and I'm glad you did, Daryl, because it gives me a talking point. Good morning, Josh Mapes. How are you doing, buddy? Mapes uses an AR-style rifle. Paul, don't ruin my thunder here, buddy. This is this week's Ask Avery question. Captain Mark Pananzak, how you doing? Captain Pananzak is donating a fishing trip on the Detroit River for our Trinity Monitor Wild Game Dinner. We still have some tickets available. Go to the website, one.bidpal.net to get your tickets. We're not sold out, but we will be. Some of the live auction items available: an African safari, fishing trips on the Detroit River, on Saginaw Bay. I'm giving away a fishing trip on Saginaw Bay. So is Captain Doug Ward. Hunting trips. Paul says, oh, sorry. We just, courtesy of Craig Plowman, it looks like we're adding an Illinois bow hunt to our live auction list down in the Golden Triangle just outside of Pike County. A lot of guns, blinds, all kinds of good stuff. One.bidpal.net, one.bidpal.net/Trinity Monitor. No problem, Paul. Ed Bolodowski will be joining us at the dinner. He will also be joining us in Ohio to hunt with Bill Piles of Ohio Bow Hunting Outfitter. That trip also includes a chance to win a $55,000 boat if you catch a big fish on my boat. Other cash prizes available. I got to think this through. Mark Pananzak says that trip also includes a chance to win a $55,000 boat if you catch a big fish on my boat. I got to think that through. Morning, Jeff. Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Andrew loves, and I'm setting him up here. Andrew loves to fish the Great Lakes Bay area, the Great Lakes Bay region. He loves to fish the Great Lakes Bay region for walleye. I'm just poking the bear, Andy. Because I know you love that so much. Okay. I'm waiting for your response, Andrew. Some great fishing trips, some great hunting trips, great meal. All right, Daryl, have a good day, buddy. 2 Daryls back to back. Andrew says, had your Wheaties, old man? No, I haven't. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a spring walleye derby going on for a month that I'm paying for all of my customers. That makes sense. I thought you were giving away your boat. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, Mark Pananzak is giving away his boat to one of his anglers? That's what I couldn't figure out. That makes sense. Okay. How many more rescues are we going to see on the bay this week? I don't know. I'm not saying that Saginaw Bay ice is never safe, because obviously it can be. Same thing with the river ice. It can be. Mark says, I'm a crazy old man, but not that crazy. The ice on Saginaw Bay and the Saginaw River can indeed be safe. That is proven by cold winters with thousands of anglers out there every day, every week. I'm probably not going to be one of them, and I'll leave it at that. So far, Ohio leads with 26. And it can change at the drop of a hat. 60 seconds, eh? All right, in 60 seconds or 50 or 45 or whatever, I'm going to change my focus from this microphone, my official social media microphone, to this microphone, my official broadcast microphone. It is not a golden microphone like Rush Limbaugh used to have. But I don't have the show or the audience or the followers or the money Rush Limbaugh had. But I'm pretty satisfied with my life. Last two winners were terrible. Kevin says, go Lions. Pretty good year to be a football fan in Michigan, in the great state of Michigan, isn't it? 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. This is what I'm hearing. What else we got? All right, Mark, you do the as well. Jeff, Paul, Mark, Kevin, appreciate you guys being along with me. Okay, once again, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Uncle Johnny. Happy birthday to you. And if that wasn't worth the price of admission right there, I don't know what is. Have a good day, my friends. Talk to you tonight on Wednesday Night Live. Well, thank you, Ken Hunter, for that introduction, and welcome to another edition of the Outdoor Magazine radio show right here on the Outdoor Magazine radio network on more than 30 radio stations across the great state of Michigan, and so glad to have you along with us. So how are you? What have you been doing besides shoveling snow? I've done a lot of that this past week. I know we need snow. I know we need cold. I know we need ice. I know people enjoy it. I don't enjoy it like I used to, but I don't resent it because I know other people enjoy it. Weather's a little warmer now. Still got a lot of snow out there and ice. The ice anglers are finally happy. At least they were from the cold weather. Again, I'm not much of an ice fisherman these days, but I know that people are. I know it's a productive, effective way to fish. I know a lot of people love it. And just be careful on the ice. The inland lakes, yes, they're going to be good ice. Great Lakes, Lake St. Clair, Saginaw Bay, Saginaw River. Be careful. I'm not one of those people who says the ice is never safe, because obviously it is. Years ago, Coast Guard Station, the Coast Guard in general, but Coast Guard Station Saginaw River is the one I'm looking at right now. They used to put out statements saying, the ice is not safe. Stay off the ice. And they said this, the policy handed down from above, as hundreds, if not thousands, of fishermen were fishing the ice in front of the Coast Guard station. So, of course, the ice can be safe. But it can also be squirrely. It can also be dangerous. And conditions on a river like the Saginaw River with flowing water underneath cutting the current can change fast, change quick. Saginaw Bay is the same way. I would never tell somebody who grew up on the shores of Saginaw Bay that it's never safe, because they know that bay like the back of their hand. They know when they can get out there. They know how to get out there. They know where to go to catch fish. But the folks coming in from outside of the area stand on the shore of that thing. They look out there and go, well, I can go out there. Other people are out there too. Be careful. Follow somebody out there who knows what they're doing. Are there fish to be caught out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. In my mind, there's not a fish in the world, I don't care if it's a new state record walleye, not worth going out there on bad ice to chase that fish. But again, you make your own decision. We're all adults. We can decide what we want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. Don't tell me what to do, and we're all good, right? If you want to go out on the ice and catch big fish, good luck. Have fun. Catch big fish. My fishing is more of a summertime fishery. That's where I like to go. Out there in the nice, warm summertime. All right, so anyway, the Deer Management Initiative campaign here in Michigan I find very interesting. I filled out my application. If the powers that be are going to give the average Joe Blow deer hunter an opportunity to be involved in the conversation about deer management, I'm going to take them up on it, or at least I'm going to fill out the application. Am I an expert deer hunter? Obviously not. I think I've proven that. Am I qualified to be on the Deer Management Initiative? I don't know. I'll leave that up to the powers that be. I filled out the application. But I think you can't gripe about deer hunting in Michigan and not fill out that application to be involved in the process. Speaking of the process, I also filled out my Pure Michigan application, Pure Michigan Hunt application. The DNR, once again, has made a huge mistake, in my opinion. And the mistake they made was when they announced the Pure Michigan Hunt winners, my name wasn't on the list, once again. And I'm pretty sure that I was supposed to be one of the Pure Michigan Hunt winners this year. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to happen. I felt it in my bones. I am convinced that I will win a Pure Michigan Hunt sometime in my life. But they better hurry. they better hurry. I'll just leave it at that. The big Trinity Monitor Wild Game Dinner and Auctions coming up Saturday, March 2nd. Love to see you there. Tickets are still available. We will sell out, so don't drag your feet. Go to one.bidpal.net, one.bidpal.net/Trinity Monitor to get your tickets. The live auction includes some wonderful items, including an African safari. We've just added a whitetail hunt in Illinois down in the Golden Triangle. Predator hunts, bear hunts, fishing trips, Detroit River walleye trips, Saginaw Bay walleye trips, a bunch of guns, blinds, hunting stuff. The dinner is going to be outstanding. Wild Game Chef Extraordinaire Dixie Dave Miner is going to be our guest. We're not making him work this year. We've just invited him as a guest. But we will feature a signature recipe from Wild Game Chef Extraordinaire Dixie Dave Miner. In fact, it happens to be elk in red wine sauce. And it'll be a good one. One.bidpal.net, one.bidpal.net. The concept, speaking of events, we're also going to have, so we've got the Trinity Monitor dinner. We're going to do another Wednesday night live at the Lumberjack Restaurant, Forward Corporation Lumberjack Restaurant in March. But on a recent Wednesday night live, maybe it was a behind the mic. I do live streams every week. And I like to encourage folks to be involved and to be part of the conversation and ask questions and make comments. And it's a lot of fun. And one of the comments last week was about, we were talking about, well, for those of us who are not huge fans of winter anymore, looking forward to warm weather. And I said, one of my goals this year is to play more golf. I enjoy golf. My wife Denise and I just picked it back up a couple of years ago, and we really enjoy it. Somebody, I think his name was Bill Lincoln, made the comment about, why don't you have a Mike Avery Outdoors golf outing this summer? And I went, that could actually be kind of fun. I made that comment casually, and people jumped on it. They said, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And it started to get legs, and it started to snowball. So we are tentatively considering, because I know how much work these things are. I'm not going to put it together, but if I can get enough help, it sounds like fun. Tentatively considering a Mike Avery Outdoors golf outing, probably in the West Branch area this summer, quite possibly at the West Branch Country Club. Late July, August, it can't be during prime walleye fishing. It can't be when I'm heading north to Ontario for a bear hunt. I'm going to be very selfish about this. And the proceeds of the event will probably go to MUCC's Camp for Kids. See, it's starting to make so much sense. Playing golf, raising money for a good cause. Why not? So kind of keep an ear out for that. We're going to talk more about it. What else? Wednesday Night Lives. I mentioned those. Wednesday Night Lives, Behind the Mic live streams. I do those every week. Keep an eye and ear out for those. Love to have you join us. Email address, mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. The website, mikeaveryoutdoors.com. Coming up on this week's Outdoor Magazine radio show, after the break, I want to talk with a UP hunter. His name is Jordan Hoover. I think he has an interesting perspective on things, and I want to hear it. Then Jay Woldersky talks about the upcoming sturgeon shivaree on Black Lake. And then one of the folks who did win the Pure Michigan hunt, I think it was supposed to be Mike Avery, but it's actually Billy Wineland. He's going to join us at the end of the hour. Then in the second hour of this week's show, the whitetail whisperer, John Eberhardt. Then Corporal Mike Hearn of the DNR talking about snowmobiling, staying safe, and can you run an ATV on a snowmobile trail? And in our third hour, Skeeter Beckman of Brenton USA Firearms talking about predator hunting here in Michigan. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with wild game chef extraordinaire, Dixie Dave Miner. So it's going to be a good show, a fun show. I'm looking forward to talking with my guests this week, as I always do. Again, my name is Mike Avery. This show is called Outdoor Magazine. My website, mikeaveryoutdoors.com, mikeaveryoutdoors.com. My email address is mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. I would love to hear from you. Want to know what's on your mind? Send me your pictures. If it is a picture of a kid in the outdoors, in an outdoor-related situation, hunting, fishing, shooting, trapping, use the hashtag #ForwardFuelsTradition, and you just might win. Lots coming up this week right here on Outdoor Magazine. All right, let me respond to some of these let's see. Ross, tick, 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 tick. Vince says, at the Warren Valley Golf Course. Elmer, heard on the radio about Wisconsin talking about deer hunting restrictions for 4 years due to low deer population because wolves have killed too many. Yeah, wolves. That will come up in the conversation this week. All right, my friends, have a great day. Uncle Johnny, happy birthday. Ross, good luck. Tick, 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 tick. All right, my friends, got to go. Talk to you tonight for another edition of Wednesday Night Live.